As the lights go out, Dunder leads us into turn number 1, Les Sources, as it's absolute chaos behind him already as they go 3 wide. Both Tridents and Dunder, the Tridents push each other off and they're down the order. Absolute chaos already, giving Mr. Robert perfect opportunity to take the lead of the race already. Afghan Dan right up his bum, with Dunder up into 3rd, or down into 3rd. Helsinki up to 4th, Joshua in 5th, Dano 6th, with Albert right behind him in 7th, and both Tridents absolutely stumbled down the order after that first turn. Absolute pure chaos from them. As the chaos does not stop, absolute chaos through the oh so interesting corners that are the comb, and maybe first lap isn't over yet as Dano looks looks down the outside of Helsinki, goes for it through the bus stop chicane. He is able to take P3 to make it a 2-3 for Campos at the moment, but that is Albert in 5th already, has arrived in the top 5, which isn't difficult to do, but still. It is Albert right behind his teammate in the Williams backed ART, but that Honda GR backed ART is, or Toyota GR I should say, backed ART is doing a bit better. As the 2 ARTs are currently 4th and 5th, they're going to be looking at 1st and 2nd of course, but first they have to cut through him. There is a lot happening. Afghan Dan is looking to overtake Mr. Robert, but through Eau Rouge, Redian, there's nothing he can do. Going onto the Camel Straight once again. Now Dan is looking around the inside. Mr. Robert squeezes him to the max. Dano takes advantage of the slower drivers in front fighting. That is Dan off the track. Mr. Robert off the track. Dano up to 2nd because of it, able to take advantage. And Dan has a massive penalty because of that. Well, 3 seconds, not that big, but corner cutting moves his teammate down as well. Not that Albert is able to take much advantage of it, as the 2 Campos drivers keep pushing onwards through Rouge and Redian right on top of each other, and they go side by side onto the Camel Straight. The 2 Red Bull Campos drivers going for it, and Dano takes the lead. Afghan Dan is now the buffer between Dano and Albert, who goes right around the slower Afghan Dan, as he takes advantage of the fact that Dan just was a bit slower, took his time a bit more to let his teammate pass, and that is Albert up into 2nd. Are a bit mixed at the moment, but still Dano is leading, with Albert in 2nd and Afghan Dan in 3rd. And further behind, Joshua has passed Helsinki, didn't even notice that, and now is going after Mr. Robert, who seems to be going a bit slow after the absolute chaos earlier. It is lovely to see. Position changes. Oh, Mr. Robert and Helsinki are in their original positions at the moment. Albert up 7 already, JFJF down 7, and Albert is very much gonna be looking to make that 8 positions gained, as he looks around the outside of Dano. Absolutely amazing stuff. Nothing Dano can do there. It's just immense overspeed for the ART Grand Prix driver. That is the Albert, oh so amazing Albert, who has been able to dominate so many races already in CRS, just fit. And Joshua in the MP Motorsport of Overgood has caught up to Mr. Robert in the Prema, as he is definitely going to be looking to make an overtake on Mr. Robert now at this point. as that is our first pit stop for Dan, who goes into the pits. Let's see what tires it's going to be. He's going from the softs onto the mediums. A fresh set under that number 3 Campos already on lap 6. It goes pretty quick, and the first try and overtake Mr. Roberts on the Camel Straight. Joshua flies past, no issue at all, as Mr. Robert kept the outside nice and open for him, kept that one car width there, expecting Joshua to go for it. And Joshua is now on the podium. None of them do, as they keep battling on for now. As looking at everybody's tires, it is definitely gonna be time for Dano, Joshua, Mr. Robert to think about switching from those softs onto some mediums rather sooner than later. But besides that, the current medium runners who have yet to pit, they will have to make that pit stop, and Dano is going for it now. The Campos peeling into the pits, looking to get an undercut done, looking to get the tire advantage now, as they get those fresh mediums on there. That's interesting, because he just went from medium to medium. He could be going for a 2-stopper. Don't know why though. As Jeff also peels into the pits a bit further back now, and then comes out just in front of his teammate. The Dems Lucas Oil car is further behind. The two Campos drivers are already battling it out again after the pit stop of Dano. Dano on the fresher mediums is able to take advantage and go up into 4th for now, as Hasenki takes a 3-second time penalty. Third driver with a penalty now, along with Afghan Dan and Jeff to Albert to see when he is going to peel into those pits, along with his teammate Hasenki 10 seconds behind. So they could theoretically see if a double stack is possible, but this game can be glitchy, and who knows what's gonna happen if they do that. Although I do encourage them doing it for the fun of the race. As Albert sets out another lap, his teammate Hasenki in the Williams-backed ART peels into the pits, goes for it now. So it could very well be that Albert goes for the pit stop next lap or the lap after that. He will have to go for it soon though, as we're already on lap number 9 out of 13. Which means we have 5 laps to go. As that is 10 seconds for Dunder for speeding in the pit lane. Not very smart of the Dems Lucas Oil car, as he... Same with Hasenki here. As Mr. Robert retires from the race in the pits. What has happened to him then? Why has he retired from the race? Oh, that's very, very unfortunate for him and his championship. Try to extend the gap as much as possible, even though all it's doing is currently getting smaller, as he does peel into the pits. The final ART, and with that also the driver driver to make a pit stop this race on lap 10 out of 13 with 4 laps to go. Albert switches onto the soft tire, and it's gonna be very interesting to see if he has that gap. I'm pretty sure he does though, as the rest are going into the braking zone of turn 1 now. And there is indeed Albert. It's second for the Campos. And either way, it is a 2-3 for Campos. They should be happy with that. obviously both drivers are looking to be the top driver, the first driver. Basically, for the final lap of the race, he's trying to cause something, but it doesn't change a thing, as Albert takes the win. Dano gets second, third is for Afghan. Then Joshua jumps up to third, comes over the line to take 5th place, with Dunder in 6th as it speaks. Then that is man like Maz, who's last to come across the line to go ahead and take 7th place, as it is a very bad race for Trident, but a very good race for Albert, as he takes another win.